Hello and welcome back. Sometime when you are changing oil in your Ford Transit, do you sometimes your eyes just wander over to the air filter and you wonder what kind of condition the air filter is in, but you don't want to pull that cover off? Well, in this video, I want to show you how you can eliminate that curiosity. So when you change your engine oil, you can just glance at your air filter and you know what kind of condition your air filter is in. So let's begin. We're going to start by lifting the hood. You will find your air filter on the right side of the engine, on your passenger side. If you have not seen the video of replacing the air filter on a 2020-2024, make sure you see that. It'll walk you through it step by step on how to replace your air filter. You want to make a mark right here on the housing or any area that you feel that the air filter indicator will be out of the way. You want to remove the air filter top cover out through the area where the passenger headlight was mounted. Next, we need safety glasses, drill, and step drill bit. On the step drill bit, we're going to drill to 11/16. It is very important to stay on your mark and make sure you do not drill larger than 11/16. Next, make sure your air filter cover is clean. Here's the part number that we're going to use in the video along with the price range. It's an item from Fleetguard. It has all the accessories you need. Here's the air indicator, along with the adapter. We also have the garment with a forward part number. It also comes with the hardware that is needed. I find it best to use a flathead screwdriver to work the garment in place. Next, we're going to install the hardware. I find it best to use some type of window cleaner to actually spray on the garment to help me install the hardware. It goes in much easier that way. Now we can mount on the air indicator. I prefer to use a 15mm wrench to hold the hardware while I turn by hand the air indicator. If your air filter needs to be changed or is close to the time for it to be changed, now's the time to do so. We can now install back on our air filter cover. Make sure all items have been reconnected back to the AC housing, along with your headlight mounting. Then we're going to go over to the fuse box underneath the hood. You want to remove the cover. After the cover is removed, you want to look for your owner's manual and go to the section to the fuse box underneath the hood. You want to look for a section that has a spare fuse. Look like 31 is ideal. And it also has a 5-amp fuse. That's what we need. We're going to run the system that we are connecting off of a 5-amp fuse. That will work perfectly. It's very important to use a spare fuse that the power source is there only if the key is turned on. You cannot have constant power going to this air indicator at all times. To be sure, double check using a test light to make sure that you only have power when the ignition key is turned on. Now let's turn on the ignition key and make sure we have power. That's what you want. Next, we're going to remove the 5-amp fuse from number 31. We have our power source and we need to find a ground. I'm going to use this bolt here using a 10mm socket. Here we have a little fuse micro too. You can get this from your local auto parts store, what you're going to do is place your existing fuse onto it along with the other fuse for the unit that you want to connect. You want to make sure that you are using two 5-amp fuse. Place the micro 2 in place. I hate to cover up the other fuse, but it'll all work the same. Now we can route a red wire from the fuse box to the air indicator. Make sure you cover your hot wire, even the ground wire, with wire loom. After properly securing your wires, place back on your fuse box cover. Now we are ready for the connector. The red wire, which is the hot wire that's hooked to the fuse box, black wire is the ground wire. Those are only two wires we're going to be concerned with. The green wire you can disregard. The green wire is used for a remote monitoring system. Now we're going to install the ground wire. Properly secure the connector and make sure we are using wire loom. Once you place the connector inside the indicator, there is a lock right here where my thumb is. You need to push that lock forward to lock in your connector. Due to the position of the sensor, I'm not going to be able to show you exactly what I'm doing. Just slide in your connector. Where my finger is, just push in the lock. Lock it in place. Make sure you have properly routed your hot wire and your ground wire. Make sure it is definitely secured. We can turn on the ignition key for the final test. No more guessing on what condition your air filter is in. You can reset the unit by pressing this button. Red, yellow, green. No more guessing on what condition your air filter is in on your Ford Transit. Now when you change engine oil, all you have to do is just glance over and you can't help but notice that light. It will tell you everything you need to know without removing the cover to inspect the air filter. I hope this video was helpful. Do not forget to subscribe. Take care. As always, God bless.